about nuclear energy. I know we talked about the atomic bomb, world history earlier. We've talked about atoms and matter, how they interact. But I want to do a little section on nuclear energy because it's something that in your lifetime you'll probably see a lot of. We obviously have it now. It was really invented in about the 1950s. But we need to discuss it. Yes, we're still learning. Currently, it's very efficient, but it's very dangerous. What I want to do first is I'm going to give everybody a white piece of construction paper, and I want you to draw a visual metaphor of what nuclear energy means to you. What do you think or see
when you say
when you think, like, do you see a stack of smoke? Do you see an atom? Whatever you think or see, do you see environmental and radioactive decay? You're drawing a visual metaphor of nuclear energy. Okay, does anybody have any questions? You may use pencil, crayon, markers, colored pencils, or watercolors. Crayons. Alright, I've given y'all about 20 minutes or so to draw your visual metaphors of nuclear energy. I'd like to go around the classroom and I want each of y'all to explain what you drew and if you can, why you drew it. Do you have a moment that you remember this, why nuclear energy stuck in your mind, or whatever that may be? So we'll start doing that. The rest of y'all please be quiet and listen while someone has the floor. So Dana, we'll start with Dana right here.
After the explosion with one of the new kids. So I got the waves hitting out the grass, blowing different ways from the air.
Alright, we got a nuclear explosion with pressure waves going out. Okay. Nuclear explosion. We know that's obviously definitely associated with nuclear energy. Alright, Gabe.
I drew the nuclear reactor and drew an arrow showing how it splits atoms for energy releasing and how it's pollution friendly because it has HO2 emissions. I was going to draw the sun and how it uses nuclear fission to make heavier and denser elements, so that creates energy through nuclear too.
Awesome, very good, very good. So you got a little bit of background, obviously. Very good. Jocelyn, very well done. Can you hold it up and show it to everybody, please, when you get a second? Yes. This is impressive. I'm sorry, guys. We got us an artist right here. All right, so she has the stack, which looks like off a nuclear power plant, and the symbol for radioactive. All right. Peyton, can you explain what you got?
It's atom bomb.
Atom bomb. Okay.
There's atoms in it.
Okay. Gage?
I drew a nuke because it's in the name nuclear. I drew a stickman that's torn apart.
Okay. So you got the mushroom cloud, pressure waves, and obviously the destruction it causes.
Yeah.
All right. Curtis?
The thing, I don't know what it's called, but that looks nuclear waste.
What? Is that the right? It looks to me, it looks like the cooling tower on a nuclear power plant. Is that what you're going
Yeah,
for?
because I seen it on YouTube when they destroyed one.
Okay, thank you. So you're on YouTube when they destroyed one. All right, Kyle?
Pan getting hit by a nuke.
Pan getting hit by a nuke. All right, that's we'll come back to that. Ellie?
It started off with an explosion, but then, like, he mentioned it looked like a tower. Like, the towers that are
Okay.
at power
I mean,
plants.
it looks
more like a mushroom cloud.
I think it could go both ways. I mean, to me, it looks like the top of the tower with the smoke coming out.
It looks like it's
Yeah.
You wanna know what I think it even looks more like? In Japan, when they thought it rained outside, when drops and stuff started hitting and they thought it rained and it wasn't, it was the aftermath of what happened.
Sulfuric acid was raining down from the clouds.
Yep.
Okay. Alright,
I drew an airplane.
Alright,
An airplane, and it dropped a nuke down here onto this house and blew the house up. There's grass, there's 2 trees. I only drew 2 because I don't like the number 2.
But those are the basic the basic ways we produce nuclear energy. There are, people have debated that this is the future of our energy crisis in the world right now. But people are terrified of nuclear energy because of the potential for environment destruction, radioactivity. But it doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's very devastating. They're working, Bill Gates right now has a prototype nuclear reactor that has no risk of fallout, no risk of radioactivity. Everything is contained inside one big metal casing. It's a small reactor that you can set up in cities and run little cities. Yes.
Isn't that the same thing that thought at Chernobyl that it couldn't go wrong?
As far as what? What do you mean?
Remember how we watched the documentary on Chernobyl? The scientist says there's nothing can go wrong. It cannot fail.
Correct.
Everything has a chance to fail.
Exactly. I mean, true. Yes. We hopefully.
Everything has a chance to fail.
The way they've designed it is there's no.
It wouldn't be as destructive as.
Yeah, it's in a closed system.
So if it does fail,
So if
stays
it does
within that
fail,
system.
it's all trapped inside that system.
Like a rocket ship. Same thing.
Oh, rocket ship fails, it's gonna go boom. It's not enclosed.
Is it not?
No, I mean,
No.
but that's not the point. The whole idea is if it does melt down, it will be encapsulated in that container.
And let's hope the container
that's where
doesn't
the
falter.
decay will happen and it won't get spread and contaminate the soil and destroy
It's a lot of
miles
trust in one little
square
container.
land. Okay?
That's the contingency.
Maybe one day we will discover fusion, but we're not there yet. For those of y'all who are or will take chemistry, we will go into much more depth on this right here. But right now, we're just going to talk about the basics. Does anybody have any questions on fission or fusion or how it works or
How do
anything?
they harness the energy from decaying?
Hold on, Gabe had his hand up first. And Gage.
The pollution, why don't we just like shoot it in space? There's unlimited space anyway.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm sure that's been brought up. I'm not sure why we.
Yeah. Why don't we just take the middle barrel
Might
of
go
rice
back and
send
bite
it
us
back
in the
into
butt.
space?
But I mean, if we just shoot it let's shoot it at the sun or something.
I'm not sure.
Would
I'm
help the
sure it's
sun.
been thought about.
I mean, we have a moon. Let's just radioactivize our moon.
No, I said we shoot it in the sun.
I think the reason why that we don't do that is because they're scared if the rocket fails and goes down somewhere on the Earth still, it's gonna be just like a meltdown.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Right now, it either sits in a storage facility
Yeah, it's better than
or
shooting.
there's actually another site where they store it underground. They store it deep underground.
How many years is it gonna take
Well,
for those
it's-
radioactive isotopes to finish their half-lives?
Uranium's half-life is about, I think it's about 50,000 years. So,
Space, man.
that's the problem with it. That's the problem is it takes so long for the radioactivity to dissipate.
I don't think we're gonna be here.
Wait,
that long.
I mean, you're talking
We're
about
not.
generations and
I'm
generations and
talking about
generations.
generations. The Earth's gonna end by then.
Okay, I got a question. Or not a question,
Earth's been
but.
around
So
for
you're saying if
millions
the
of
terrorist gets all this
People have
waste stuff, he can basically kill a lot of people. If he finds out where it's at, pretty much.
Yes. I mean, you could, if you wanted to use it. for
No, like if they
farm,
can just go rob it, get it, they could kill. Basically,
They can't rob it,
You
like,
can't.
it's like a military base, it's all
Yeah, it's
protected, and anyway, if they're gonna go rob it,
Heavily
they don't have the gear to
fortified.
rob it, because they're gonna get close to that barrel, they're gonna go.
All you gotta do is get a tank and kill it.
Well, it's not,
No.
you're not gonna be able to get close, the barrels are, it's all, they make sure it's in a lead lined 50-gallon drum, so none of it gets out, but, it would,
Two idiots thinking about robbing a military base. I bet $5, one of them's gonna drop it, crack that barrel, and they're dead.
the cool thing about the cool thing about the prototype nuclear reactor that they're coming out, it actually runs on nuclear waste. It doesn't run on enriched uranium.
So,
So we
We
can,
can keep
we can
these plants.
use the waste we've already produced and run the entire country for 100 years. So with the waste we already have and that setup, we can run the entire country for 100 years, and the only byproduct is steam.
H2O emissions.
Water given off from the cooling process.
That's not a bad thing.
Okay.
No, that's a great thing.
It's only coming out of fresh water anyway.
It's the next best thing, okay?
Well, is there a possible way to collect that pollution for like the water particles, to collect it into actual drinkable water?
Collect that pollution.
The emissions, the H2O
Yes,
emissions.
actually there is, yeah.
Can we collect that water and like ship it to Africa?
You could collect it. I don't think you would get enough out of it to really make.
I mean, they have steam coming out. This is a
Well, it's not making water. It's just using water to cool and gives off. So
we could like recollect that water and sell
yeah,
it. Like
because
this water
what
came
they
from
do
nuclear
is
facility.
they reuse the same water over and
I
over.
will.
Alright,
I made it.
I think. Any other questions? I want you to put your name on your drawings,
Oh.
please, and pass those up to the front.